Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the scarcity and abundance mindset. I want you to know that abundance is an attitude, it's not exactly what you have in your life. Abundance is always around you, but we create limitations. Abundance is not the absence of scarcity, it is the presence of abundant mentality. And I start with that. So, that saying that the mind is everything. What you think is what you become. It is very true. If you think abundance, you become abundant. If you think scarcity, everything around you, it becomes scarce. As an aspiring female trailblazer, your mindset is a critical component of success, either in business, family, or life in general. By default, our lives are shaped by the environmental mindset that we were born into and probably grew up with, which either tended towards scarcity or abundant way of looking at things growing up. Remember that common experiment of describing a glass cup, if it is half full or half empty. That sort of summarize how we see things, do or react to things, whatever response that we have to it. So, looking at scarcity mindset, it refers to people seeing life as a finite pie, as something that is going to finish. So that if one person takes a big piece, then that means it leaves less for everyone else. That type of thinking says, oh, we can't solve this problem because you believe that the few solutions that exist cannot go round all the problems. This challenge is too big for us, you may say, or how can we ever think that we could make a difference here? When a scarcity mindset sees a challenge, it focuses on the problem and gets overwhelmed by it. A scarcity mindset suggests that life is a zero-sum game. If somebody does well, then it must be at the expense of everyone else who is doing poorly. And it is not supposed to be like that. It implies that once resources are depleted, then they cannot be replaced. Therefore, you must compete to get as many resources as possible while restricting them from others. And that is where the problem of the world today started from. So you can see that the way our education, our work environment, how we grew up, the way we're structured, it kind of conditioned us to have a scarcity mentality. And it is what keeps many of us from achieving our goals. Because even in our personal way of doing things, how we, in quotes, economize in order to cater for tomorrow, it is different from planning for tomorrow. Economizing means that what you're supposed to enjoy today, oh, you believe that it might not be available tomorrow. So the way you treat your gifts, they give you a new clothing, new shoes, and we get up. You bought the appliance yourself, but to bring it out of the container and use, it's a problem. Somebody brings a new shoe for you. You want to keep it till Christmas time and so on. Using them today, as if you use them today, it will not be available tomorrow. But when you didn't have it, you didn't die. So using them today, oh, if I use it today, oh, there will be none available for Christmas, none available tomorrow, or there's no assurance that we will get a new one tomorrow. That kind of thinking. And typically for women, we seem to possess a scarcity mindset, and there's a reason for that anyway. It is the way we're biologically, our way of protecting things biologically, because look at it. We release just 1 or 2 eggs monthly maximum that can result in just 1 or 2 offspring in 10 months. So our womb, our physical body is built to protect that thing. Whereas for men, they can spread everything everywhere if they choose. Why? Because they produce just one release of sperm has, millions of spermatozoa. So they can release as they like. But for women, 1 egg in 1 month. So from this deep biopsychological space, men seems to understand abundance naturally. There is enough to go around. While women, we operate from that scarcity. You want to protect that single one you have, and then you have it at all cost. And this competition, this kind of extend to other areas of our life. You want to protect everything, protect your man, protect this one, you fight over men, you do. There's just too many things. Jealousy and all these things that we have, all those feminine traits do come from this protective, which is actually scarcity mindset. So, for instance, you see another woman being happy, achieving a fitness goal or something that you were planning to achieve, or you were wishing you achieve. Maybe she earned award, becomes rich, and then you hardly see any female supporter that are usually either for them to be silent about it. They can't praise your woman, or if they do, it's from that hypocritical standpoint, because we see that as competition to us. You see, when the person achieves what you plan to achieve, and then you be saying, why not me? So, which then triggers the defense of tearing that person down. Then you begin to have envy and all those bad vibes about other people. So the rampage of the ferocious woman only divide us. It keeps us isolated. But I'm glad to remind you today, beautiful lady, that there is enough success to go around the world, always and forever. One does not jeopardize the other. On the other hand, an abundant mindset, it has a proactive approach to life and sees possibilities and solutions regardless of the challenges it faces. Money is not and has never been the only resource available to to women, especially to be successful. Can somebody say yeah to that? Because men always think women is all about money. No. When a woman has an abundance of spirituality, faith, courage, knowledge, community, and then you have resilience at your core, then you are incredibly resourced in the face of, the most ominous hurdles. And that is far from, a belief about a full bank account. It is a choice that a person makes. It's a choice that you make. And that it helps to cultivate an attitude of positivity and hopefulness instead of negativity. An abundance mindset refers to the paradigm that there is plenty out there for everybody, a life of endless possibilities, and this reduces your tendency to be competitive or have that dog eat dog or stepping on others approach, to achieving what you want. You want to get it at all cost. When you realize that the sky is big enough for every bird in the world to fly, then you know that another person's success does not stop your own. So, beautiful lady, relax. As you are pursuing your success, nobody can stop your success. In fact, to put it simply, a scarcity mindset will always leave you feeling overwhelmed, as if the world is against you. It will leave you depressed and paralyzed. But an abundant mindset leaves you feeling excited, motivated, and ready for action. So, how do we shift from this scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset? I have just very few things to speak here, suggestions. Number one, my topmost and one of the best ways to do this, always show up with a gift. Oh, you said, Dr. Ken, you mean I should show up with a gift everywhere I go? That's not what I mean. I don't mean physical gifts alone. So if you can have physical gifts to some certain outings, to some certain individuals, beautiful. The idea is for you to psych yourself from scarcity to abundance. So maybe not physical gifts, but having our gift of kindness, getting ready to encourage that our candor, our connections, our mercy, our forgiveness, our joy, our smile, gratitude, good counsel, inspiration, getting them ready at every opportunity when you meet a person or a group or a community. Always think in your mind, what can I give every time you want to associate or connect with others? And this is a very powerful strategy that I use always and helps, it helps you to never expect from anyone or be disappointed about whether you're going to receive anything back or not. So always have that giving and not getting mentality, and you will see how abundant your brain will flip and how abundant your life will flip. The second thing that you also need to look is to appreciate what you have. Focus on what you have. Now, you may be thinking about a career change, for instance, but you've not taken that leap. Probably you're having thoughts like, oh, there are not enough jobs out there. There are too many unemployed. The unemployment rate is very high. I don't have enough transferable skills. Or who am I kidding? There's too much competition. I can't get it. No, these are all ideas based on scarcity, what you don't have. A scarcity mentality will see limitations, instead of opportunities. Instead, turn those thoughts around to thoughts like, wow, I have 25 years of marketing experience, which will be a huge asset if I decide to start a business, or over the last 10 years, I've made great contacts, which will be essential when I start networking for my next job, my music career, my acting career, and so on and so forth. Look at what you have. Look at your followers on Instagram or Facebook. How do you flip them into abundance? How do you make them work for you? If you've just been laid off a job, instead of wallowing in self-pity, think about how great it is to finally have the abundant opportunity to think finally about what you really want to do with the rest of your life without any boss, interfering with what you have to do. Another thing you can do is to change your circle. Yes, surround yourself with people that have abundance, positive mindset. The quality of your life is most often a direct reflection of the expectation of your group that you belong to, or family. So ask yourself, if you look up to the people with whom you are spending time with right now, how are you going to be? If you see they are not going to help you in this journey of abundance, then you may need to search for other people, change your circle, and find people that, that have the life you aspire, or at least have the same thinking, because that thinking is very infectious. Another thing you can do is to always create a win-win situation. Don't look at any loss. Don't look at anybody, either you or another person losing in any relationship or any connection. So scarcity mindset will always say, if one person wins, another person will lose. Try to create a different condition in your life to combat this manner of thinking. Look for ways for both you and the other party to live with a sense of accomplishment and a better feeling about the relationship you are in. Consider practicing this in both your personal and professional life. This often means listening without judgment or censorship, fully understanding what a win-win will mean for both of you, and brainstorming solutions until you find one that satisfies both of you. Another thing you can do is to always cultivate gratitude. Abundance is an attitude of gratitude, and abundance is fed with attitude of gratitude. I'm telling you again, it is a mentality that is fed with an attitude of gratitude. If you look at what you have in life, you will always have more. If you look at what you don't have, you will never have enough. It is very difficult to feel fear or sadness while feeling grateful at the same time. You can't be feeling fearful and be feeling grateful at the same time. You try it. Try to be fearful and grateful at the same time. It's impossible. So practice gratitude as one of the, and it's because it's one of the most widely recognized method for improving your overall well-being. And when you practice gratitude, imagine linking it back to the first method I said about always showing up with a gift. When you're showing up with a gift to someone, you are grateful, for the gift of that person in your life. So research has shown that expressing gratitude improves mental and physical well-being. So being grateful also impacts the overall experience of happiness, and the effect tends to be long-lasting. Finally, train your mind to recognize the possibilities. An abundant mindset allows you to see more in your life, more options, more choices, more resources, more possibilities, more positivities, more things you've never seen. You will see solutions around you. You will see business opportunities around you. Things you've never realized are around you are around you. So one fascinating Harvard study found out that when we focus on one particular thing very intently, other possibilities that are right in front of us can go on completely unnoticed. So the brain can only absorb so much. So if your belief is I can't do it or it is impossible, then any other thought contradicting that will get thrown out. So you must open your mind to change from I can't to I can. Remove the T, cut away the T. So the thing is that, in just to round up, The mindset we choose, because make no mistake, it is a choice. It affects absolutely everything in our lives, including the way we influence others. Someone with an abundant mindset likely feels more positive, more empowered, more confident, more focused on serving others. Therefore, you will be a more effective leader in this world because you have an abundant mindset. Such a person has have opened herself up to giving generously of herself and her gift. Someone with a scarcity mindset will feel overwhelmed, anxious, and frustrated with life. She may even find it difficult to share, give, or invest in others. So I leave you with an exercise that you need to, which you can start to train, that can help you train your mind to losing its focus. Not losing of focus now, but losing the focus of your brain, not losing the focus of your life now, but the focus of your brain to be open minded to create an expanded awareness of the universe, of everything around you. So you can try doing that. Start with this exercise. Get a paper and a pen and ask yourself this question. Write it out. If I have all the time and money in the world and I know I can't fail, what will I be doing? Let me repeat it again. If I have all the money and time in this world and I know I can't fail, what will I be doing? This kind of question will help you open your mind to what is possible, to infinite possibilities. And don't forget that that first mind shifting method I shared always show up with a gift to a child, to an adult, to an old person, to a pastor, to a leader, to your mentor, to anybody you want to meet. Always strive to have a gift. Thank you so much. Till next time.